What's up, guys? Welcome to I Am Doctor. I am your host, Dr. Antonio Webb, an orthopedic spine surgeon.
And I'm your co-host, Dr. Maita, an anesthesiologist.
This show is just two docs just chopping it up about finance, about pre-med, applying to medical school, residency, fellowship, contracts, what we spend our money on as doctors. We're about to get a quick workout in today. You ready, Dr. Maita?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna do a quick circuit workout. We're gonna try to hit all different types of muscle groups. Look, we only have like 45 minutes to get a workout in. As physicians, we gotta make it quick and efficient. So
let's get it.
Let's start here, and I'll start here.
All right, cool.
So first set, let's just get some volume in. So try to do like 20 reps.
So do you always work out this early in the morning?
Yeah, like I try to wake up at 5 a.m. and get the workout in because it changes my energy. I have a lot more energy in the day, and it's nice. You get it out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, let me do this set. Where'd you go to med school?
Went to med school at Georgetown.
Oh, all right.
Expensive ass school.
Really? Racked up loans?
Oh man, crazy. It's just crazy how much money you have to spend to become a doctor. It's just ridiculous. What about yourself?
Yeah, I went to a private school in Arizona, and I also racked up a fair amount of loans too. So I'm kind of in the same boat where I got to figure out a plan to repay my loans, and that's something I never thought about as a med student, you know?
Let's go.
So how's it like, because you just finished fellowship and residency.
Yep, all
how's
done,
it like
man.
being in the real world now?
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's definitely a great feeling to be done. It's weird because you're in training like your whole half of your life. Been in training for like 15 years, then all of a sudden you're done. I can definitely feel that. What about yourself, man? Like, why did you become a doctor? What made you become a doctor?
You know, we don't have any doctors in my family. You know, a lot of family members have a lot of comorbidities, and as I grew up, like, I saw the effects of that.
Yeah.
And so there was no one really to give them advice or take care of them. So it started there, and then, you know, I liked my science classes, got me engaged, so I just went for it.
Yeah, where'd you go to college at?
I went to Arizona State.
Nice, man. Yeah, same here, man. From Louisiana. Nobody in my family is a doctor or a medical doctor. Grew up a really rough, challenging background, and luckily I attended a medical magnet program that got me interested in medicine.
Bro, if you're from Louisiana, why are you wearing that Seahawks shirt?
Oh, man, hey, I gotta wear this, man. Keep the wife happy, man. That's something we could talk about too.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
This is a Christmas gift, man. I'm a Saints fan.
Okay. Where's your Saints shirt at then, bro?
It's at home, bro. This is the only thing I had today.
It's about the 49ers, man.
49ers?
I don't know about the Seahawks.
How are they doing this year?
Let's not talk about that. Okay, so coming out of residency and fellowship, how are you like managing your finances and all that? 'Cause that's something I think about all the time, because as residents, we don't make any money, man.
Oh, you make
know
peanuts.
how it is.
You make peanuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's important to just live frugal, man. This is one of the next shows coming up. We can definitely talk about that, but you have to live like a resident your first few years out.
Okay.
Come on, bro, let's go. All the way down. You definitely have to live like a resident. You don't want to go out and splurge, make a lot of money, and spend it all.
God, it's so tempting to do that, though.
I want to go get this Range Rover.
I've been waiting so long.
I want to get this Range Rover. All right, what we doing, man? Let's go.
Let's hit some biceps real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead, you're up.
Okay.
All right, start off with like 20 reps. Get the blood flow in the muscle. I think that's something I used to ignore all the time when I was younger, is just doing a proper warm-up. And it makes like a profound difference in the rest of your workout.
So you don't stretch before you work out?
I usually do, yeah. And the best way to stretch is doing active stretches. So what I mean by active stretches is, you can grab one of these, and if you're doing biceps, you kind of grab it. You just get the blood in your muscle in a way. Because as opposed to static stretches where you're kind of just standing like this and stretching, it's better to do active stretches for your workout.
Gotcha. So you're an anesthesiologist.
Yes,
Last year, you ready to be done?
Count down the days, bro.
Okay, how many more days?
Okay, well, I don't know the exact number of days, but I got like 6 months.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it feels good to be almost done. And then you're doing a fellowship?
Yeah, I'm doing a fellowship next year.
And what?
I'm doing a fellowship in pain medicine at Mayo, Arizona.
Nice, man. Congrats. What made you choose pain?
That's a good question. Like you, I've always loved sports. Growing up, I played a lot of sports. So in pain medicine, you have the ability to do all kinds of interventions in joints, in the back, in the spine, to heal people's pain that maybe they've suffered from a chronic injury from sports, or maybe they fell. And I like giving people that intervention to give them the head start to kind of get themselves on the road of healing again.
Nice, man.
And so I've always loved the musculoskeletal system, which is funny because in anesthesia, you don't really deal with that much.
I guess the question I have for you guys, man, is I always wanted to know this. What do you guys do behind that drape? What do you guys do back there? Because every time, we're especially in orthopedics, we're pounding on hammers, mallets, using saws, drills, screws. And I look back there, you guys over there on Minecraft or looking at your stocks. Not that I'm just joking, but for real, what do you guys do behind the drapes?
Yeah, we do stocks. Some people play Angry Birds. Honestly, behind the drapes, the way anesthesia goes is, it's like flying a plane, right? Takeoff is the hardest part.
Yeah, what do you mean takeoff?
So induction of anesthesia, when you're pushing in the drugs.
Yeah.
Let's get this set. When you're pushing in the drugs, that's a very tenuous part. Then once you have anesthesia on board, then you just gotta maintain the anesthesia. And that's when you see the anesthesiologist checking their stocks or reading a book. But really at that point, they've stabilized the patient. They gave them the right meds, and at that point, they're just monitoring their blood pressure, their heart rate.
Yeah, I was just joking, man.
So that's what we're doing back there.
I know you guys are doing work, man. I know you're taking care of the patient, making sure the patient's safe. That's most important.
For sure. And in anesthesia, you're kind of like the guardian angel in a way for the patient, watching their blood pressure.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. I'm fascinated by surgeons. I mean, so what do you do the night before? Do you look up your case or what?
That's a good question, man. There's a lot of preparation. A lot of people don't understand this, that behind the scenes. Sometimes I spend weeks preparing for cases. I review my anatomy. Even though I've been in training 15 years, I still look at the anatomy books. I watch dissection videos, lots of preparation, review imaging studies. I meet with the patient several times to go over everything, man. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it.
Interesting.
Yeah. What we got next?
All right, we got one more here.
You feeling that pump?
Yeah. So, it's funny you mentioned that because same thing in anesthesia. most of the anesthesia starts like before you see the patient.
Yeah.
So you create your plan, you customize the drugs for that patient too. And so a lot of times when you see the anesthesiologist back there, that's what they're doing. They might be getting ready for the next case, or they might be getting ready to wake up the patient.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything special I gotta do?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this back workout right here.
So when do you like to work out, Dr. Maita?
So I like to work out at 5 a.m. usually. I like to work out early in the morning, and that's something I wish I did when I was younger. It would have saved a lot more time. Because, you know, after work, the last thing I want to do is wait next to a machine till someone's done using it. And in the morning, there aren't that many people, and it gives me a nice little boost of energy.
Yeah.
What about you?
You know, recently I switched over to mornings. You know, people talk about work-life balance all the time. Man, there's only 24 hours in the day.
Right.
You can only do so much. And I think as a surgeon, as a doctor, you have to be able to balance your time, and you have to be very dedicated in terms of discipline, in terms of your time. So what I've started doing recently is working out in the morning. I get up every morning, same time, like 4:30, 4:45. Either do some work, review some notes, and then work out, man. I found that to be more effective for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't know, like, as a pre-med student is, you know, they don't teach time management. You know what I mean? It's just something you learn. And so waking up in the morning makes a profound difference. You get a lot more free time, so that's why I like to work out in the morning as well. All right, let's go. You got like 5 more. 5, 4, 4, 4.
Come on, man.
4. All right, there you go. 3 more. 3, 2, 2. 1 more. 1. Yes. Bro, why am I here, man? We got to motivate each other.
There you go, man.
Do you have any surgeries coming up this week or what?
I do, man. I have a couple. I have it's called a laminectomy.
Okay.
It's basically a decompression procedure. This patient has very severe stenosis of their spine, which means their spinal cord is really tight. I got to go in and decompress it. And I still do some general orthopedics, even though I'm a spine surgeon.
Okay.
A lot of people think that once you're specialized, you can't do like general. Do you plan to do any general anesthesia once you're done?
I would actually love to. I want to keep some of my anesthesia skills. Those are important.
Yep.
I'll be using some of my anesthesia skills in the pain clinic as well, right? Because some procedures require some sedation, the patient to be a little relaxed. And so I'll be using anesthesia from a day-to-day basis, but I do want to pick up some shifts and work with y'all in the operating room. So why'd you choose your specialty? I mean, orthopedics and spine.
Oh man, that's a good question. I think in med school, I didn't choose until my 4th year of med school, or actually the end of my 3rd year. And I always liked working with my hands. I like the reconstructive part of orthopedics, putting things back together, breaking things, and that's what it's all about, man. It's about reconstructing parts of people's lives and doing procedures that improves their quality of life. You know, for spine surgery, I've always liked the brain and the spinal cord and the nervous system. I think the surgeries are dope, man.
Yeah.
We use robots, we use computer-guided navigation, you know, a lot of cool technology. What about yourself?
You know, I never knew I'd choose anesthesia. I loved sports medicine as a pre-med. But, you know, one of my mentors was an orthopedic surgeon, and I shadowed an anesthesiologist, and I loved it. I just fell in love with the physiology and pharmacology, and I also did a pain rotation, so I also knew that I could get into pain with anesthesia.
Yeah.
So would you choose ortho again? Because that residency's hard, dude. Like, you guys work a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's crazy because we're supposed to technically work 80 hours a week, kind of max, but, you know, there's a lot of call that's involved, especially on trauma surgery. When we're working 30, 35-hour shifts, that can get real exhausting, but I always tell pre-med students, man, you know, you have to look at the end goal. In the end, you know, it definitely pay off. It's just something you have to get through. It's hard, but what in life is not hard though?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you got to hustle, you got to grind, you got to study, you got to read, but in the end, it pays off, man.
Yeah, so you choose your specialty again?
Absolutely.
Nice.
What about yourself?
You know, anesthesia residency has been hard too. I mean, you don't really get taught anesthesia in med school, right? I mean, in ortho, you learn about anatomy and stuff so you can apply it, but you get taught very little anesthesia in med school. And so you're kind of learning something completely different during residency,
Yeah.
which makes it a little challenging. And we take call too. When you guys are operating, when someone's, you know, blown off their leg from a car accident, we're waking up too.
That's what I always tell people, man. People are like, hey, I want to go into anesthesia because of the lifestyle. But if I'm doing a surgery at 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
But for you, if I had to guess what type of specialty you'll go into, probably pediatrics, bro.
Pediatrics?
No, I'm joking with you. You look like a pediatrician, bro.
You kind of look like a immunologist, infectious disease guy.
Hey, I'll take that, man, with everything going on.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? There is a lot going on with that right now.
Are you getting the COVID vaccine? Or, you know, this is what I think about the vaccine, man, real quickly. There's a lot of people dying right now.
Agreed.
There's a lot, especially African Americans, the African American community. They're being affected kind of 3 times, 4 times as much as other kind of races. I don't want to be that person that comes off and say, hey, take the vaccine. I want people to make informed decisions so they can make it themselves. But I actually got the vaccine recently.
Oh, nice.
What about yourself?
Well, I had COVID for, you know, a week or two.
You had COVID?
Yeah, I got COVID. Oh, right now? No, bro.
All right.
I got COVID.
Back, bro.
I got COVID like 2-3 months ago, and so I've developed antibodies. So I don't know the research behind, you know, getting the vaccine and when you've already had the infection. So I'm gonna wait a little bit and probably, you know, think about getting the vaccine a little bit later. But don't everything's risk-benefit, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everything we do in medicine, you have to look at the risks, the benefits, look at the evidence behind it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I make decisions as a physician.
Why do you think people in America are so sick from COVID? Because like in this country, I mean, we got the most advanced medical care, right?
Yeah.
Why are people so sick from COVID?
It's a lot of things, man. You're talking about these social determinants of health, like access to care, comorbidities, high blood pressure, diabetes, respiratory disease. All these things, man, kind of impact your body's kind of response to invaders. So, you know, they talk about the immune system and staying healthy, and that's why I've tried to take an active approach to working out, eating healthy. Because in med school, man, I gained like 30 pounds my first year in med school. And that was definitely a struggle, man. It was stressful, getting sick all the time. But how about you, man? It seems like you've been working out since you was a toddler.
Yeah, bro, I stay lifting. But you know, but to answer that question about COVID, I honestly think here in the United States, we have a lot of nutritional deficiencies. Like people may look like they don't have any based on their BMI and their body habitus, but there are a lot of nutritional deficiencies. I mean, the majority of the foods people eat aren't real food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's food-like products, if you will. So those types of foods don't have nutrients, don't have the micronutrients, they're not dense. You know, so that's gonna cause a lot of problems with your immune system. And majority of people are sedentary. I mean, you know this. Yeah. What makes your lymphatics flow throughout your body?
I'm ortho, bro. I don't know what lymphatics is.
Never mind, bro.
No,
but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
What makes your lymphatics flow in your body? It's working out, right? And that's gonna help your immune system flush out all the toxins.
Gotcha.
So most people are not eating properly, and they're also sedentary, living that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's why we have so many problems.
Yeah, that was a problem when I was a first-year med student, man. I was so focused, so kind of keyed in on, books, studying medicine. But I always tell people that, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other patients. And I think that's really important. Like you said, whatever you put in your body, man, your body's a temple. You got to treat it as such. My body doesn't look like your body. I've been kind of damaging my body by eating whatever, but hey, man, that's why we're in this gym.
But you've lost like 30 pounds since we started.
That was the first year of med school, bro.
I know, but you've lost some weight too right now.
You're right.
All right, let's finish this last set, bro.
Last set, let's get it.
But the problem is in this, it's very hard to get good food at a decent price. I think that's also the other problem. Like you mentioned it, the social determinants of health. I mean, how easy is it to get transportation to go to a hospital? How easy is it to buy, produce that's organic and not sprayed with pesticides? It's not easy.
Yeah,
you got to spend some money. It's expensive to eat well.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move over here.
What we got next?
We're gonna hit some more back and do some biceps. Grab some water.
Let's get it. So the question is, man, everybody want to know, like, what do you take, bro? How do you get so big, man? I want to know, man. I want to get big like you. But in all reality, and being serious, it's not all about being big, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. The thing is number one, I've been working out for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I've been working out for a while. So I feel like I've developed some muscle maturity.
What are we doing?
But we're gonna just warm up here for 20 reps. Then we'll do those buddy curls. I feel I've worked out for a while. I've never taken anything like testosterone or anything like that, just because, I know how the hormones work in the body. And You're gonna depend on that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And so my goal now is just to stay in shape and just to feel good at work, right? Because we gotta take care of patients. You gotta be in the right state of mind. So you gotta take care of yourself. But supplement-wise, I don't really take any supplements. But I do pay strict attention to my diet. Right?
How many are we doing?
We're gonna do 20.
20?
20.
Come on, bro.
Bro, make it 25 now, man.
Shit.
This guy asked me how many we're doing.
God, it's burning, man.
Bro, don't be asking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I knew you guys couldn't count anesthesia, bro. I know y'all can't count anesthesia. Yeah, that's the hard part, man, just trying to balance everything, eat healthy.
Yeah.
When we're working 80 to 100 hours a week, how do you fit time in your schedule? I figured out the most efficient time of my day is early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I get up before everyone else to start my day, whether that's reading, studying, preparing for notes, preparing for surgery. That early in the morning, let's go, is really important, man. What about athletes and physicians? Do you think doctors should train and carry their day like athletes? Because athletes are always, they're working out, sometimes 2-3 days. The nutrition, they invest back in their body. You think doctors should do the same?
I think it's a yes and no. I don't think we can train as hard as athletes because you need your hands, right? You can't risk injuring your hands. I mean, they also are prone to injuries too, but they have the right rehabilitative services and things like that to get over injuries. But we gotta take it a little bit easier, make sure it's efficient. I go hard, but I also am cognizant that I'm not a pro athlete either.
Yeah, but that same mentality that they have, man. Like when Kobe Bryant, he scores RIP, but 60 points in a game.
Yeah.
After the game, he's going to the gym to shoot 1,000 free throws.
Yeah.
So as a physician, as a surgeon, if you want to be the best, you got to put in time, man. You got to put in hours of studying. Even after doing this for 15 years in training, man, I still study. I still do research.
Yep.
I trying to invest back in myself.
Let's take a break for a second. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think one thing is just preparing your meals. Yeah. Because at the cafeteria, they don't have the best food there.
Oh,
so a lot of times, to say the least, a lot of times I'll bring a salad, I'll eat it at work.
Okay.
That's what I do. I usually skip breakfast.
Why?
Just because like, you know, the majority of breakfast is like either pancakes, cereal, French toast, whatever. That big surge of glucose is just gonna make you tired in the day, more hungry.
Yeah,
so my first meal is usually a big salad.
Gotcha.
It's around noon.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't feel like I need to drink a lot of caffeine. I don't feel like I have a crash. And I've been doing it for a while, and it keeps me sharp in the OR. That's like the most important part.
Yeah, you definitely got to be on it. You know, especially.
Let's do one more sit here.
Especially as a physician, you know, you got someone's life in your hand. Let's go.
There you go. So what are some downsides to your specialty?
Oh, that's a great question. There's no downsides to orthopedics, man. It's the best specialty. Nah, but there's a lot, man. You know, the hours, it's hard to, a lot of people say it's hard to have a family and to maintain family, work-life balance. But, you know, the one thing good about it being a staff and attending is that I can make my own schedule. So if I wanted to take off every single Friday, I can do that. I'll just have to pay my overhead at the end of the month.
Yeah.
That's another thing we can talk about is overhead. But
I got it.
Yeah, I would say downside, man, is the lifestyle. But you know, you can make the lifestyle whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, so it gets better when you're an attending,
Oh,
right?
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm free, man.
Good.
For the last 15 years of my life, someone told me where to go, where to be, what time to be there, what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted to sleep in until 12 o'clock every single day, I can do that.
That's awesome.
It's the greatest feeling ever. All right, what we got?
We're going to do some rows.
Okay.
Rows, and then we could superset it with some bicep curls
Okay.
too.
You want me to go first? You got it.
I got it.
Yeah. Maita. Let's go. Let's go.
So how did you choose like where you want to practice after fellowship? That's something I'm curious about. How do I choose that?
Oh, that's a great question, man. First, you have to figure out if you want to go into academics or private practice or an employed position. And then kind of the geographical location, like what part of the country you want to live in. You want to live in Texas, Nevada, Georgia, California. I mean, all these are really important questions you have to ask yourself. For me, I knew I wanted to come back to Texas. I knew I wanted to do private practice because of the business kind of orientation of it. And yeah, I mean, it fits my personality. You have to figure out what you want to do. What about yourself? Like, what do you plan to do? Private or academics? Combination of both?
I think I'm gonna do private practice. I kind of want to have my own clinic. I kind of want to run my own thing, have my own, you know, different treatment modalities. And I like private practice because you have the flexibility to do whatever you want. And I also have that like entrepreneur mentality in a way.
Yeah.
And so in private practice, I get to live that.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely agree.
All right, and then we'll do a superset with this. What's one thing you would have changed as a pre-med?
Oh, man.
Or one thing you wish you knew?
I would have just enjoyed the process. This is a long road, man. 15 years to be a surgeon. Mm-hmm. What other kind of profession out there requires you to go through so much training? So half of people's lives you're going to spend in the classroom learning. And even though medicine is a lifelong educational process, you have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the road. Take it day by day. You know, balance is important. You have to have some balance. What about you? What would you change?
Honestly, one thing I would change is wake up early in the morning, because you can get so much stuff done
in
earlier
college
in the morning.
Or med
yeah,
school?
In college and in med school. In med school, I would wake up like at 6:30 or 7 on good days, and I'd feel like that'd be really early. But I remember I'd come to the library and I'd see all the gunners there. They've already been there for an hour and a half studying and just getting ahead of the curve.
There's
you know
no
what I'm
gunners
saying?
in med school, man.
Bro, you were a gunner in med school.
Yeah, how you figure that, man? Yeah, you're definitely right, man. There's a lot of gunners in med school, but...
What does a gunner mean?
A gunner is someone, what's the best way to describe this? Is someone who's just a little extra on every single thing, trying to outdo everyone else, always the first to, be somewhere. We're supposed to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. The gunner gets there at 4:30.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose, if you had to choose it again, would you do it?
I think I would do anesthesia again. I really love the pharmacology and physiology. I like that I can go into pain from anesthesia. So I think I choose it again. I think another specialty that interests me is anything that has to do with sports medicine. So I don't think that, if I went that route, I don't think I'd be unhappy either.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Would you go into medicine all over again?
I've gotten that question before. If I didn't do medicine, what would I do? I don't know, man, something in business.
Okay.
I like engineering, developing things, product development. I think one of the med schools has a engineering MD degree. I would have probably did that. Or just engineering. I would have did something like that.
Okay.
Hey, great workout, man.
Yeah, man, that was good.
Yeah.
Strong work.
Absolutely. How was the workout, bro?
It was good, man. We put in work. It was nice and quick, efficient, just what we need.
Yeah. Usually, when we're working out, we're in and out. We're not really chatting or talking about our day. You got to be in and out. And I see a lot of people at the gym. They're talking, they're on their phone, they're doing all these other things, but you got to be efficient, right?
I know, it becomes a social event, but we don't got time for that.
Yeah. Nobody got time for that.
Nobody's got time for that.
Yeah. But what's this week, man? What does your week look like?
My week, I'm helping out in the ICU actually tonight.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, we're taking care of a lot of the MICU patients, so they need some extra help. So I'm gonna go in from 3 to 10. And then I'm doing cardiac anesthesia this month, so it's a little bit more involved. Got to wake up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Get all the medications ready. So it's a good month though, a lot of good learning. What about you?
I got a couple surgeries. I got a busy clinics. So my week is split up between in the operating room versus clinic where I see patients in my office. I got busy clinics this week, and I'm just 4 months into practice, but as a surgeon, you have to get out and promote yourself.
Yeah.
You got to brand yourself. You got to meet people. You got to build your practice. And I started from nothing. My first day of clinic, man, I had like 2 patients in my office.
Dang.
To 4 months later, having almost 30 patients. It's crazy how much work you have to put into it and knock on doors, market yourself, give lectures. These are the things they don't talk about. Hopefully we can bring some of this on the show and just chat about it, man, because you're about to go into practice.
Yeah, I'd love to learn, man. That's awesome. Sometimes I'm like, so when you get out, do you just get patients automatically? But it sounds like you had to, it kind of
sometimes it works like that, but a lot of people take call at different hospitals to build up your practice and meet people, physicians. I knock on a lot of doors, especially it's crazy during COVID. Like you have to go out and hand out your business cards and tell people that, hey, I'm new in town. I'm here to take care of patients. You got to be, they call it like the 4 A's or 5 A's, accessible, affable, available, and I can't think of the other ones.
So, nice. We got to talk about how COVID's changed medicine a little bit too. That's going to be interesting too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think it's going to maybe cause some permanent changes. And it's good for aspiring doctors to be aware of that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm really pumped about this show.
Yep, me too.
We got a lot of hot stuff to talk about, man.
Yes, sir.
So, but
some of it's going to have to wait.
Hey, good workout, man.
All right, man. You too. Yep.